The suspects in the disappearance of Member of Parliament Philip Polwell's daughter and her mother have been charged and are now before the Home Circuit Court. This is in relation to the disappearance of 10-month-old Sahara Polwell and her mother, 27-year-old Tashna Patterson.
Was the alleged pregnancy of Mrs. Bradshaw planned or violated? If indeed she's pregnant, you know what? Let's jet into this story. Welcome to Jet. So first and foremost, before we get into whether Mrs. Bradshaw is pregnant, by whom and with consent, give thanks to Yahweh and to Yahushua. If you want justice for little Soraya, please touch the like button and indicate your support. Before we get into the crux of the story, it is important to put things into context with the background surrounding Leoda Bradshaw'S incarceration awaiting trial.
A Miami sailor is in a Jamaican jail accused of murder for hire scheme that left a mother and her 10-year-old dead. The case is also connected to a Jamaican member of parliament who the suspect once had a relationship with.
A family tonight is grieving this mother and her 10-year-old daughter. And it's this Miami woman, Leoda Bradshaw, who is accused of hiring hitmen to kill them in Jamaica.
We are now satisfied by the overwhelming evidence secured that both Tashna Patterson and her 10-month-old baby, Saraya, were brutally murdered and their bodies burned and disposed of. Charges in relation to the investigations have been preferred as follows. Leoda Vanessa Bradshaw, 34 years old, petty officer in the U.S. Navy. She was charged with 2 counts of conspiracy to murder, 2 counts of conspiracy to kidnapping, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of murder.
Miss Bradshaw is alleged to have been the mastermind behind the kidnapping and taking the lives of Tashna Patterson and little Saraya. It is also alleged that she hired local men, some of whom believed confessed to murder as contract hit.
It is one of the most painful investigation for the team since recent times.
But recently in social media, it has been reported that she's pregnant in lockup. Numerous speculation has been swirling around that it may have been a police officer. Cliff Hughes from Nationwide believes that the story is false after doing checks.
Is Leoda Bradshaw pregnant? And who impregnated her while she's in the custody of the Jamaican state? I can tell you that 2 weeks ago, information came to us suggesting that somehow Miss Bradshaw was pregnant, and the allegation was that she was impregnated by one of her jailers. What I can tell you, now that I see where it's all over social media and people are WhatsApping me and I see it on TikTok and all over the place, what I can tell you is that we investigated the reports over the last 2 weeks, and the story is not true. I don't know if she has been impregnated subsequent to our checks, but up to the time when we checked.
Cliff Hughes says she's not impregnated by one of her inmates, but he didn't say anything about a police officer. Woman getting pregnant in lockup or prison is not a new phenomenon. For whatever reason it happens, those are some of the officers who have been imprisoned by such act to inmates. If Miss Bradshaw is pregnant, the question is by whom, and was it violation or consensual? What would be the benefit of any woman getting pregnant in lockup? Earlier this year, Jet understands Miss Bradshaw had been complaining about mistreatment in lockup by other inmates, especially being branded as baby killer. Inside will get you targeted. If she's indeed pregnant, could this be the reason for relocation? In 2020, Jamaica reported that having a child in prison transfers you to another unit, and the suspect would have up to 6 months with their baby. According to a state minister, Jamaica is building nurseries to accommodate babies while mothers are incarcerated. They believe this is good for both because evidence shows separation from newborn babies would cause emotional and behavioral issues in the later future. Other jurisdictions, such as the UK, provides for mothers and babies to bond for 18 months before they are separated. If Miss Bradshaw is consensually pregnant by a police officer, he will go to prison for abuse of power and conflict of interest. So what is your view? Do you believe Miss Bradshaw is pregnant? And if so, who? Do you think it may be deliberate for more favorable treatment? Write your comment down below, man, and let's have a discussion about this. Those of you who have forgotten to subscribe now, please touch the like button, smash the subscribe button, and touch up the bell. And remember to share with your friends and family. So here we are go on now. We are gonna jet off, you know.